Hello there, my name's Anthony Allen, and in this video I'm going to give you my first impressions review of Hellblade 2. This review is coming from the perspective of an avid gamer who plays a variety of games, and I have also played Hellblade 1. So I'm going to be able to provide you with a great perspective on what's new in Hellblade 2. I've just played the first mission of the game, or the first introduction to the game, to provide you with this review. So let's go over some of the changes which I've noticed at this point in the game. At this point in the game, I've noticed that some of the visual puzzles that you have in Hellblade 2 are more intricate in design. Not necessarily more difficult, but they have a different look to them. In Hellblade 1, these visual puzzles tended to be a lot more blocky and quite difficult because of the environment. You had to pay attention to the environment and match the symbol to something in the environment that matched that shape. Although the puzzle shapes look more intricate and complex in design, it seems to be slightly easier for the gamer to solve because there is a specific colour of the puzzle. Now, whether this is going to stay the same for the rest of the game is something that we should look out for, because this is going to take away from the difficulty of the game. So those of you who look for a really hard game might be disheartened by this change. But do not fret and do not worry if you're looking for a difficult challenge in Hellblade 2, because combat has been improved. Like most boss battles in any game, you have to think about how you're going to avoid the enemy's attacks to either defend, dodge, or attack. In this rock paper scissors scenario in Hellblade 2, what I noticed was there was a specific action I needed to complete in order to get past this boss. Otherwise I would be in a loop trying to defeat this boss battle. While you're trying to solve what action you need to complete in order to get past or through the boss, you need to actually survive any attacks that are coming your way. So whether it's a specific parry that you need to do at a specific time to get past that boss, you will need to survive in order to find out. Story wise, you are thrust into an amazing story where some slavers are taking you towards a foreign land. You then are consumed by your psychosis as the boat crashes. There are survivors that do not survive very long, but you are trying your best to save them, while suffering from complete psychosis meltdown of being on a foreign land and having a complete breakdown with whatever you interact with. Of course, your reality is becoming Senua's reality, and you're not scoping what's actually right in front of you, and you are going into a completely different realm, and you feel that. A huge difference which I noticed in Hellblade 2 compared to Hellblade 1 is that it looks like Senua is going to have more interactions with other human beings, whereas in Hellblade 1 it was more of something that was inside of your mind potentially, and you trying to figure out on that secluded island if it's reality or not. One thing that is definitely a different theme is there are going to be real human beings that Senua is going to interact with. Whether those things that she's seen are going to interact with those other human beings is something left to tell, and let's find out with more gameplay. Senua has also evolved mentally. She's now attacking those voices in her head from time to time. Whereas before she was more of a victim, now she is actually attacking back for her own survival because her psychosis has evolved. So now she is deciding to attack them more as opposed to stepping back, cowering and being consumed by her psychosis or the voices in her reality. Visually, the game has made some strong improvements. You can see that there are different textures of water alone, let alone the stones and wood that you actually interact with in your environment and further on in the background or foreground. This is a huge strength of the game so far. One thing that I wasn't really keen on to begin with is the fact that it is now letterbox from time to time, which does for me break the immersion, because when you're getting a letterbox from a full screen you notice the difference, and whether you're in a cinematic or not, it just sometimes can throw off the gamer. But knowing Ninja Theory, this is done intentionally to make the gamer feel a certain way. Not only is the sound design something that they always think about when creating Hellblade games, but also what is on screen and how it's represented to the gamer, so that you can be completely immersed. So whether the letterbox is intentional is something that we'll find out later on in the game. And once again, the sound design in Hellblade 2 is absolutely gorgeous. You are going to get multiple voices from around your head if you're listening using surround sounded headphones, like I use a headset to game, or if you're using a surround sound speaker or 2 stereo speaker setup, you're going to be in for a treat. Hellblade does not disappoint, and it doesn't disappoint with Hellblade 2. So those are the few points that I'd like to make in my first impressions review. Let me know what you think about this review. It's one of the first that I've done on Hellblade, and I'd like to do a lot more. If you guys enjoy it, please press that thumbs up and share this video out so I can continue to create reviews like this. Thank you for watching my first impressions, authentic, non-biased review of Hellblade 2. Thank you for watching.